I'm a reverse migrant. I've been back in Bangladesh for 12 months. Prior to coming to Bangladesh, I was a corporate and mergers and acquisitions partner at a law firm in the Midwest. And in between, I had consulting. I set up a consulting firm in Bangalore. And since I've been back in Bangladesh, I've been trying my hand at a couple of things. I'm also a senior advisor to Asian Tiger Capital. I represent a few multinationals in terms of legal consulting. And I also have a completely side project in terms of training and recruitment. So in terms of coming back, as I mentioned, I've been back for 12 months. My family just joined me a couple of days ago, so it took me about 12 months to set up things where I'm very comfortable about saying that I'm back in Bangladesh versus trying out Bangladesh or trying new things, etc. I've definitely committed to coming back, and I am back. I would, when Kahar mentioned this online conference to me, I thought, we talk about, foreign investment in Bangladesh, and my thought was first for me to maybe talk about it very briefly on a macro level, but I'm very concerned about micro. I'm a very execution-oriented person. So, I think every seminar you guys go to, you must have heard Ifti Islam speak or whoever. They're very macro-level guys in terms of what's happening with foreign investment. I'm more concerned and involved with getting it in and executing on it. So I think that would be sort of where I come from, exactly what steps we have to do, what obstacles and what challenges we face bringing in foreign investment, either directly to ourselves or representing foreign investors in Bangladesh. With that in mind, I'm going to just start off kind of talking about what we need, really as we are talking to NRBs, from the perspective of an NRB like me who has come back, what are the sort of challenges and what are the thoughts that go through when we deal with foreign investment? A couple of good links on just broad-based links that you can look at in terms of tax rules, in terms of Bangladesh Bank regulations and rules, and BOI. There aren't really requirements, but BOI consents would be, there's a Bangladesh Bank page, which I'll forward to Kahar, and he can forward to all of you for information. That lays out all of the steps that's required when you're thinking of either bringing your own money in as a foreign investment into Bangladesh or representing other investors into doing a project in Bangladesh. That's, again, fairly macro, and it doesn't really provide some of the groundwork or some of the detailed issues that come up when dealing with foreign investment. So I'm just going to really talk about in terms of case studies. So as a foreign investor, be it NRB or a true foreign investor in that sense, what are the thoughts? The first question is, when I put my money into Bangladesh, can it be repatriated? And I think for any foreign, we all know that in the Bangladesh banks. I've gone through this myself a couple of times. Yes, if it's brought in through the proper channels, if it's brought in through, say, what we would call an authorized dealer, a bank, if you bring in the money into a bank, say $50,000, into a bank, and when converting those dollars into Bangladesh taka, you have to file a Form C with the Bangladesh Bank. There you put it in that it's coming in as equity in Corporation X. And we can step back and we can talk about incorporation, etc., but I'm just talking about very general terms about foreign investment. So you file a Form C, which is the document that's going to be filed with the Bangladesh Bank. And that itself sets up that's the evidence or proof that your money is coming in as equity for a deal or project in Bangladesh. And that is how you track back repatriation. And Bangladesh Bank regulations allow 100% repatriation of dividends and capital. So that's one positive. Again, for smaller transactions, I wouldn't worry about it. For larger transactions, it is fairly discretionary. And that's that always makes it difficult when we're representing sort of foreign investors who are maybe coming in with large dollar amounts. The Bangladesh bank regulations are written incredibly, I mean, it's very gray. I mean, it leaves a lot of discretion. So in reality, what do? What we do is that we interact with Bangladesh bank regulators. We try to get pre-approval, usually from them, or we work with, say, a lot of main banks that I work with is Citi and A, but obviously the HSBC or Standard Chartered is probably as good. But these guys are very good at it. They know all the things. They know how to sort of work with the Bangladesh bank. So they will also help you go through that process. So the first process is bring in the money through a bank account in an authorized dealer, say Citi. They will file the Form C, which will go with Bangladesh bank, which shows that your money is coming in as foreign investment. And they will set up an account. It's a dollar account, and that account is how you will send back money, which is basically all your dividends. Once you sell the equity interest, all your capital gains after payment of taxes will be sent back through that account.
What's possible from this kind of meeting?
Okay. Okay. In wrapping it up, three major points I want to make is, one, when getting advice in Bangladesh from advisors, I would suggest getting advice from three different parties at least. My own dealings with sort of various advisors is that you have to be very, very aware of, some people are very conflicted, meaning they may be representing. So you have to get advice from a couple of parties and then have your own sort of understanding of what the issues are. Do get good advisors, including tax and legal counsel. And thirdly, to whatever extent you're coming into Bangladesh as a foreign investor, etc., try to interact and liaise with the government agencies and regulators as much as possible directly.